Good morning, everybody. Today we'll start a new chapter called matrices. Matrices. What is a matrix? What is a matrix? The arrangement of elements in rows and columns is called as a matrix. The arrangement of elements in rows and columns is called as a matrix. The arrangement of elements in rows and columns is called as a matrix. For example, we have numbers from 1 to 10, natural numbers from 1 to 10. How can I arrange 1 to 10? I can write like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a type of arrangement. I can arrange all the 10 people in a row like this. Or I can arrange like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like this. Or I can arrange 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in one row and the other 5 in other row. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like this I can arrange like this. I can arrange the elements in rows and columns. The horizontal arrangement like this is called as a row. The horizontal arrangements is called as a row. Means in this I have only one row, in this I have two rows. In this I have only one row, in this I have two rows. Like this. The arrangement, horizontal arrangement is called as a row and the vertical arrangement is called as a column. This is a column. This is one column. The vertical arrangement, this is a column and this is one column. This is third column. This is fourth column. This is fifth column. So these vertical arrangements are called as columns and the horizontal arrangements are called as rows. Horizontal arrangements are called as rows. Here there are two rows and 5 columns. 2 rows and 5 columns. 2 rows and 5 columns. So it is called as order of the matrix. Order of the matrix. So first of all, arrangement of elements in rows and columns is called as matrix. Next, order of the matrix. Order of the matrix. Now order of the matrix. Order of the matrix is nothing but the number of rows by number of columns. How many rows are there in a matrix and how many columns are there in a matrix is called as the order of the matrix. Here I have 2 rows and 5 columns. So this order of this matrix is 2 by 5. Order of this matrix is 2 by 5 because it is containing 2 rows and 5 columns. 2 rows and 5 columns. The number of horizontal arrangements by number of vertical arrangements is called as order of the matrix. So number of rows by number of columns is called as order of the matrix. Here the size of this matrix is called as 2 by 5. 2 by 5. Size or order are one and same. Just the words differ. The size of the matrix here is 2 by 5. Order of the matrix is 2 by 5. Like this, if I am taking one more example, A11, A12, A21, A22. This is a matrix of order 2 by 2. This is a matrix of order 2 by 2. Usually elements, this element is called as first row, first column element. This is first row, second column element. This is second row, first column element. This is second row, second column element. So size of this matrix is 2 by 2. Size of this matrix is 2 by 2. Like this we will decide the order of the matrix. For example, I have m rows and n columns. Means first row, first column elements A11, first row, second column A12, A13 and so on like this. A1m or A1n. If I am having n columns, then A1n. If I am having m columns, then A1n. Like this. So A12. This is second row, first column. A21, A22, A23 and so on, A2n. And so on. Like this, if I have m rows, first row, second row, third row, like this, m rows, mth row, first column, mth row, second column, mth row, third column, and so on, mth row, nth column. So, how many rows and how many columns are there in this? M horizontal arrangements, n vertical arrangements. So, order of this matrix is m by n. Order of this matrix is m by n. Order of this matrix is m by n, m divided by n, m by n. Now, if this m is equal to n, if this m is equal to n, if m is equal to n, if m equal to n, then the matrix is called as a square matrix. If m equal to n, then the matrix is called as a square matrix. If m equal to n, then the matrix is called as a square matrix. So this is having m rows and n columns. If m equal to n, then it is called as a square matrix. It is called as a square matrix. Square matrix. If m equal to n, it is called as a square matrix. If m not equal to n, then it is called as a rectangular matrix. If m not equal to n, then it is called as a rectangular matrix. It is called as a rectangular matrix. If m equal to n, it is called as a square matrix, and if m not equal to n, it is called as a rectangular matrix. Rectangular matrix. If it is having only one column, then it is called as column matrix, and if it is having only one row, then it is called as a row matrix. This is called as a column matrix, and this is called as a row matrix. If it is having only one row, then it is called as row matrix, and if it is having only one column, it is called as column matrix. Next, in a square matrix, first of all, we will discuss diagonal matrix. What is a diagonal matrix? Diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix. If in a matrix all the non-diagonal elements are zeros, all the non-diagonal elements are zeros, means Aij equal to 0 for every I not equal to j. For every I not equal to j. Diagonal elements. What are diagonal elements? Diagonal elements means I like A11, I equal to j. Remaining elements should be zeros. Like this. A 0, A 2 2, 0 0 0, like this, 0 0, A 3 3. I equal to J's are elements. Remaining elements are zeros. Means for all ij equal to Aij equal to 0, if I not equal to J. If I not equal to J. So this is a square matrix of size 5 by 5. This is a square matrix of size 5 by 5. What is diagonal matrix? In a square matrix, if all non-diagonal elements are zeros, this is diagonal. Diagonal means Aij, where I equal to j is diagonal. I not equal to j is non-diagonal. So what I am saying, non-diagonal means I not equal to j. For every I not equal to j, Aij equal to 0. Then it is called as a diagonal matrix. And all the diagonal elements means for all the elements of Aij, where I equal to j means Aii, I can say simply Aii, I equal to j. All those elements will be there. Remaining are zeros are called as diagonal elements. So these are diagonal elements. Remaining elements 0. Then it is called as the diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix usually represented with diagonal of, simply will write these elements instead of writing whole matrix. A11, A12, A22, A33, A44, A55. You can represent like this instead of representing like this. Diagonal matrix. So this is called as a diagonal matrix. Next. And this is called as a diagonal matrix. Now coming to scalar matrix. What is a scalar matrix? Scalar matrix. Scalar matrix means in a diagonal matrix. In a diagonal matrix. In a diagonal matrix, if all the diagonal elements are equal, if all the diagonal elements are equal, diagonal elements are equal, then it is called as a scalar matrix, like this: 2 0 0, 0 2 0, 0 0 2. This is called as a scalar matrix. Scalar matrix, like this: 5 0 0 5. This is a scalar matrix of order 2 by 2. This is a scalar matrix of order 3 by 3. So to become a scalar matrix, it should be a diagonal matrix first. Means it is a square matrix. All the remaining elements are zeros, and all the diagonal elements should be same. Then it is called as a scalar matrix. It is called as a scalar matrix. Next, in a scalar matrix, if all the diagonal elements are 1, then it is called as identity matrix. Then it is called as identity matrix or unit matrix. Identity matrix or unit matrix. Identity or unit matrix is nothing but in matrices 1 0 0, 0 1 0, 0 0 1. Means in a scalar matrix, means all the diagonal elements are same, and that must be equal to 1. That must be equal to 1. So diagonal elements are 1, remaining zeros is called as identity matrix or unit matrix. Identity matrix or a unit matrix we will call. Identity matrix or a unit matrix we will call if diagonal elements are 1, remaining are zeros. Next. Next, upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix. means all the elements below the principal diagonal are zeros. All the elements below the principal diagonal are zeros. Like 1, 2, 3, 0, 5, 5, 0, 0, 6, like this. All the elements below the principal diagonal are zeros. Then it is called as upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix means it is like a triangle in the upper part. So upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix. Here we can say all the Aij elements are zeros for every I more than j. For every I more than j. For every I more than j. Then it is called as upper triangular matrix. Next, lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix. What is a lower triangular matrix? All the elements above the principal diagonal are zeros. Means 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 3, 5, 6. Like this. This is principal diagonal. Above the principal diagonal are zeros. It can be 0 or something else. It doesn't matter even if it is 0. But above the principal diagonal, all the elements should be 0. Then it is called as a lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix means Aij equal to 0 for every I less than j. For every I less than j. For every I less than j, Aij equal to 0 is called as lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix. Next, null matrix. Null matrix means all the elements of a matrix are 0. Null matrix or 0 matrix. Null matrix or 0 matrix means all the elements are zeros like this. If all are zeros, then it is called as null matrix or 0 matrix. Null matrix or 0 matrix. Null matrix or 0 matrix. Next, trace of a matrix. Trace of a matrix. Trace of a matrix. Trace means sum of elements of the principal diagonal in a square matrix is called as trace of the matrix. Sum of the elements in a principal diagonal means sigma of Aij. Sigma of Aij for every I equal to j. In a matrix, sigma of Aij for every I equal to j is called as the trace of the matrix. Is called as trace of the matrix. Means A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like this. Then trace of A equal to sum of elements in the principal diagonal means Aij where I equal to j. A11, A22, A33 means 1 plus 5 plus 9 is equal to 15 is called as trace of the matrix. Is called as trace of the matrix. Equality of the matrices. Equality of the matrices. Equality of the matrices. Equality of matrices. Two matrices are said to be equal. Two matrices are said to be equal if they are of the same order. If they are of the same order and their corresponding elements are equal. If they are of the same order and their corresponding elements are equal. Means A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is of order 2 by 2. And B is equal to 5, 6, 7, 8. This is of same order. Both are of same order. But A not equal to B. Because corresponding elements must be equal. If this is 1, this should be 1. If this is 3, this is 7. This also should be 3. If this is 4, that also should be 4. So equal means this also should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then only we can say that the matrices are equal. Means all the corresponding elements are same and of the same order. Then we can say that the matrices are equal. Then they are said to be equality of matrices or equal matrices. A equal to B. If all the corresponding elements are equal and they are of the same order, then they are called as equal matrices. For example, if A, B, C equal to so and so and X, Y. If A equal to B, then corresponding elements must be equal. Implies 3 equal to X and 4 equal to Y, like this. So all the corresponding here, this is 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 2, like this. 3, 3, 4, 4 it should be. So all the corresponding elements are equal, then it is called as a equal matrices. Then those two are called as equal matrices. Order should be same and their corresponding elements should be same. Then only they are called as equal matrices. Then only they are called as equal matrices or equality of matrices. Next, scalar multiple with a matrix. Scalar multiple with a matrix. Scalar multiple. What is a scalar multiple? Take some scalar quantity k or some alpha, your choice, 5. A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if I multiply A with some 2A. 2 is a scalar quantity here. So 2 into A, 2 2 is 4, 2 3 is 6, 2 4 is 8. This is called as scalar multiplication. This is called as scalar multiplication. Means multiplying every element of a matrix with a scalar, some quantity. Then it is called as a scalar matrix. Scalar multiple. Then it is called as a scalar multiple. Means some properties of scalar multiple. If I am multiplying A with some k, every element should be multiplied with k. So distributive is applicable here. K plus L, if there are two scalars, K plus L into A equal to Ka plus La, Ka plus La, like K into A plus B equal to Ka plus Kb, Ka plus Kb, like this. You can apply the scalar multiplication properties. Next, 0 into A is always equal to 0. 0 into A is, if I am taking scalar as 0, 0 into A is 0 because every element is to be multiplied with 0. So it automatically becomes null matrix. So 0 into A equal to 0. Next, addition of matrices. Addition of matrices. Addition of matrices. Addition of matrices is possible. Addition of matrices is possible only if they are of the same order. If two matrices are of the same order, then only addition of the matrices is possible. Then only addition of the matrices is possible. And addition is nothing but sum of their corresponding elements. Addition is nothing but sum of their corresponding elements. First of all, if A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and B equal to some 5, 6, 7, 8. Both are of the same order. I told. Addition is possible first and foremost condition if they are of the same order. If they are of the same order. If I am saying sum of the two, A plus B, then this is sum of their corresponding elements. Sum of their corresponding elements means 1 plus 5, 6, 2 plus 6, 8, 3 plus 7, 10, 8 plus 4, 12. Like this you need to add their corresponding elements. Corresponding elements you need to add. Then you will get A plus B. In matrix representation, if A equal to some Aij, A equal to some matrix of size Aij Mn, and B equal to M by N, means M rows and N columns are there. B equal to a matrix of size M by N, like that Bij are the elements. Then B equal to Bij M by N, then only matrix addition possible if both are of same order. And multiplication, addition is nothing but A plus B equal to some Cij, where Cij equal to sum of Aij plus Bij. Aij plus Bij means corresponding elements are to be added. If I am taking 1 1, this is also 1 1. A11 plus B11 means first row first column element from A, first row first column element from B, first row second column from A, first row second column from B. Like this I will get all the elements of A plus B. Now I can represent this with some C, then C equal to A plus B. Sum of the elements, corresponding elements if you add, you will get A plus B. You will get A plus B. We will continue in the next class.